eating an orange.
Well, to the untrained eye, I am eating an orange. But to the eye that has brains, I'm making a message about social media apps. Social media apps have a rough skin on the outside, but they have the sweet, sweet innards on the inside. Okay.
Welcome to Men of the Den. It's Monday.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week here on The Den. This week on The Den is Teach a Lesson in 5 Minutes Week.
So we are going to be teaching you about social dating apps and how you should be acting.
Yeah, we all know this is a big point of contention in the community. So let's go over some basic ground rules that should happen with apps.
So first off, the apps themselves. For everybody, we got Tinder. For our community, we got Grindr, Growlr, Scruff, Gay Guy Spy, Hornet. Therefore, when one has one, too many.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we all know the social media apps exist. And they exist for many different reasons. So, rule number 1, pay attention to the profile. The profile usually tells you what you need to know about what that person is looking for. So, if the person says, I'm looking for friends, you probably shouldn't lead off with...
Private photos have been unlocked.
Yes. Or let's go have sex. That person has explicitly said they're looking for friends. So unless they give you other cues during conversation, because we know there's also mixed messages, and sometimes a top can be a bottom and a bottom can be a top. But until you get different messages, always refer back to the profile. Speaking of profile, Derek, number 2.
Don't just unlock your pics.
Don't just unlock your pics.
It's get to know somebody. They might not be looking for that.
No.
Maybe they've gotten 1 million dick pics already. That day. Oh, as we were talking to one friend, David was telling me one time that he got 6 in a row.
Wow.
And not even a hello.
That's kind of disappointing.
Sometimes it's going to be straight to the point where you can at least start with hi. Private photos have been unlocked.
Awesome.
Say hi first.
So that is number 2. Number 3. Don't be a douche in your profile.
Please.
You don't need to advertise everything in your profile. It doesn't have to be a whole short story about all the different things you don't want.
I was born on the 5th day of the 8th month. No. Don't need to go that far.
Yeah, exactly.
People want short and sweet. What do you want? Okay. Don't give them all the information up front. Then you have nothing to talk about.
That's right.
But do put some interesting points in there as well to have something to talk about. It's like, hey, I like outdoorsy stuff too. Oh, you're into water sports? Oh, wait. That. Oh.
Yes.
I thought you meant skidooing.
Oh. So, that is number 3. So, don't be a douche.
Let's not forget the profiling on there as well. Sika, don't be a douche. Don't be no blacks, no femmes, no Asians, no twink. Talk to somebody. Like, you're saying you're looking for friends, but you advertise this.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not be interested in that sexually. What's stopping you from being friends with anything in that?
That brings me to point number 4. Yeah. Point number 4 is just because I don't want to sleep with you doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with you. There's some people on there that are just looking for the hookup. And that's perfectly fine. And that's probably the majority. But there's also people that are just looking to meet people and be friendly and talk,
Even one of my best friends, Dustin, all the way down in Texas, he doesn't have Facebook. I don't want to text internationally. This is how we keep in touch. Mm-hmm. So you can really make friends through Growlr, and you can really keep some friends with the community through Growlr.
Yes, that's right.
A great tool for that, since it's on the go. If you got something funny that you thought about, shoot.
So that brings us to point number 5. Now this is kind of a touchy one. You don't always...
That's your phone, Greg. Someone's got a date planned, I think.
That brings us to point number 5. Point number 5 is the profile picture. So this is the question 1. So You don't necessarily have to have a profile picture. I mean,
no, it's completely.
I know some
understood,
people
yeah.
won't talk to faceless profiles, and that's fine.
And some people will completely understand too if someone wants to be a bit more private, but still at least have a photo on hand.
Exactly. If somebody wants to see you have that we're not here to out you.
No.
Show us a face. I like to know who I'm talking to. You don't necessarily have to have a profile pic, but be prepared to show me a face if I want to see a face. That's important. Now, as speaking from a couple situation, I think it's important in a couple situation that you're not constantly on the apps. You know what I mean? It's easy to get enthralled in conversation with people, but the person next to you is what's truly important. So whether you're with your friends, whether you're with your boyfriend, whatever, always make time a blackout period where you're not on any apps, not on any social media in general, whether that be Facebook, whatever. I think it's important that there's certain blackout periods, especially during like meals, things like that. Private time between you and your partner / your friends.
As well, and even if you're in like a rough spot in your relationship, wouldn't go right away saying that you're out looking.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a rough patch and you've gone split up, wouldn't necessarily say you've gone out there looking, because that, and tell the other partner that you're still in love. That is some shade. Is shade.
We asked for some opinions on this, and a friend of ours said, "Don't automatically put yourself on Tinder when you're trying to work on your relationship and let the other person find out."
That's some shade.
Just saying, girl. All right, I think we got them all. I think that's 5 minutes.
I think that's good. I think we went a little over. Who cares?
That's right. We lose. Yay! Anyway,
but at least was the orange tasty?
But a successful marriage is like a good orange. Oh. All right.
So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed everyone's arts and crafts last week, except Ballard. Where were the arts and crafts? I was hoping for arts and crafts. But still, very knowledgeable video, and thank you very much.
All right, so that's it for this week. Everyone, tune in next week to see whatever us boys are doing next week. Because we don't know.
Hey, they don't need to know that. We have a surprise coming up next week.
Yes, sorry, surprise week.
Hey, maybe.
Even us. But everyone, have yourselves a great week, and don't forget to comment in the crotch below, like, share, and subscribe, and watch the other guys' videos the rest of the week. And my Growlr needs to stop going on. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.